season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led by their 5'11" quarterback, and a mobile one at that. From Temple, it's P.J. Walker.
This is a guy who truly believed in himself coming out of Temple. He bounced on and off practice squads for 3 years without an opportunity. And his big break, it came in another league. The unofficial MVP of the revived XFL got his team to an undefeated record with 15 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions in a shortened season before the league folded. A little bit on the small side, but he showed in his journey outside the NFL, he has what it takes to lead a team.
The numbers on the ground for Foreman in last week's contest. 16 carries, 55 yards. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. The tackle there by Malcolm Rodriguez. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run again with Foreman. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. Foreman. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll run with Foreman, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
They'll run for it. This is Foreman. The running play does not work from the 5 on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his 2nd season as a Lion.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception.
Williams loses the football. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
That's straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Again, it's Foreman. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. He's going to look deep for more. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. This offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And some space here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Panthers at 13-1 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Deontay Foreman, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Panthers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, he was already over 100 yards running the football prior to this play, but this run may be his best yet.
I've got to agree with you on that. When we're looking at a guy running with extreme confidence, running in harmony and sync with his blockers, all of them kind of moving as one, and look at the end result. Big plays.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's gone. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And the Panthers coming out now. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
On the counter, this is Hubbard. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And they go play action. Here's Walker. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Off the play fake, Walker. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. They'll run here with Hubbard. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Just power of foot. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
After review of the play,
so take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the play. And this time he is in. A touchdown run there from a yard out as they have taken the lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was Chuba Hubbard who finished it off with a touchdown run. Taken at the goal line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Over the middle, it's complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. From the 41, Goff. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. He's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. That caught by Trimble. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 4 yards remain on second down, ball on the 10. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Going to get the kick off in time.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Lamar able to put this one through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give them a red light? Do you keep them in? Green light, let them go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
Yeah, you know what I remember from that meeting? He brought donuts.
I like him.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
But he's not happy right now.
No, don't tell everyone how many I had.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Walker. This is caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Rex Burkhead in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they pull them on notice.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And now the half not quite over yet. This is a live football on the miss. He's past the 30. And he is finally going to be taken down. Boy, that could have been a really late swing here, but the attempt to return the field goal snuffed out. And that'll do it for this first half.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. Some great games.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Marr on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Goff. That is caught. Josh Reynolds. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Holding. Offense.
That's on the tackle, Panay Sewell. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll run the draw here with Swift. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Goff now looks to throw. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Carolina offense about ready to go. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the 3rd quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
And now they're in the hurry-up. And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. You got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. To throw is Walker. And it's incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! Rashad Higgins from 10 yards out. And the Panthers Panthers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ballgame.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
And we're back now in Charlotte, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Taking it about the 1. Khalif Raymond now. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. On first down, gone. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. From the 50, it's gone. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Goff now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And I don't know that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Right back to Hubbard. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. A give up the middle, Hubbard. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. On 3rd down, here's a run by Hubbard. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Rifling one complete into the hands of Marshall. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Marr now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's Terrace Marshall who's able to cap things off with a touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. And that one is his 2nd fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum, or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this point?
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, Charles, just impressive in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, special teams have really done their job. And here the offense doing its part yet again with another score in the fourth quarter.
I know it seems like something we shouldn't do because the scoreboard does tell it all, but let's set it aside for a moment. This game was absolutely memorable with how they played it. Really terrific effort, really well executed. Congratulations to them.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Detroit's offense ready to take over. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, Goff. Now that'll be, and I think the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Panthers.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
On the ball, on the ball.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 28. Play action now, Walker. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance. Their stats a bit, but as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his left. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. But at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams back in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. He wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's got to reincarnate.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So then we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one, you're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. And Detroit back in possession of the football. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind?
They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it up. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. Walker now. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. On second and goal. Walker toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Forced out to his left. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. CD, it'll go to the books as just one win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the fourth quarter to widen that advantage.
I like where you were going with that one. Would you say, partner, there's really 3 victories today? Landslide on the scoreboard, emphatic victory on either side of the ball. They really got it done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And Detroit getting set to go now. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And connecting here with DJ Shark. There he goes, right side. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by Badgley, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
He's got a man, complete. On 1st and 10. Walker. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Carolina, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Detroit, the slide continues as they drop now to 3-12. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.